So if you could have that ready for discussion at the next meeting.
I have a manager in my division. You all know him. His name is Mark. He's a yuppie and he's married. And Cindy works for him. Cindy was very happy in our company. She and Mark worked together as a team. From what I know, Mark is very kind and a real gentleman.
Don't tell me it's one of those stories again.
I don't know what you're referring to, Kevin.
Jane, if a story begins like this, it's either an office party story where both got drunk and they slept together, or she tried to get a promotion by sleeping with the boss, did not get promoted, and is screaming, "Sexual harassment now." Come on, guys. Don't we know all about this? Oh, and when she starts crying when we ask her questions about the harassment, then we know. Lie, lie, lie. And she thinks we really care.
Let me remind you guys, with the new code of good practice on sexual harassment, your attitudes will cost this company a huge amount of money if this case could be referred to CCMA or Labour Court. So please take this matter a bit serious.
Mark, before I leave, I thought we could just... What's all this? Who's this for?
Well, have a seat and I'll tell you.
Oh, thank you.
This is just a small token of the appreciation that I have for your work.
Oh, well, you shouldn't have.
Of course I should have.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Cheers.
We make a tremendous team. I've heard that you've raised some issues with Andre concerning your workload and you were looking for a salary increase. I have a proposal to make.
Oh, well, good. I didn't want to seem pushy, but I really do want that raise.
I want you as my personal assistant. I have an opening at the moment and I want to appoint you as my PA. I need you at my side. Of course, I'll increase your salary with 50%. I'll give you a company car and a cell phone allowance. And, well, it will also mean that you'll have to travel with me quite extensively.
Sure, Mark, I don't know what to say. Why me? There are so many secretaries who are more experienced than I am.
Well, I think you know the answer to that, my dear. You know how I prepare my work and you understand my needs. And you know, Cindy, there's just this something that drives me insane about you.
You're married. And
Jenny doesn't need to know. Come on, Cindy. You'll benefit from it and so will I. You need to wield some real power in the company.
I'm sorry. I have to think about this.
I never knew he would be like that.
Dr. Jekyll turned his Hyde into Mr. Hyde, and now he seems to be quite the opposite.
That's fine. There is this fine. Yeah. Okay.
7.
Mark, I've decided not to take you up on your offer. It would compromise my values and complicate things, so could we just be friends? Please.
If that's what you want. I mean, I can't change your mind for you, but you will regret it, sweetheart.
Well, I may, or I may not. The new meeting notes. Oh, is this yesterday's meeting? That's right.
You better finish off these reports if you want to go home tonight. What the hell is taking you so long anyway? Stop chit-chatting or you'll sit here till breakfast.
What's the matter with him? I can't take it anymore. What's going on? He tried to seduce me. But I refused. And now he won't leave me alone.
Our policy states that we have to create a working environment in which the dignity of every employee is respected. And that must be communicated very clearly to every single employee.
Maybe it hasn't been communicated well to Mark. Does he know and understand that if he continues with this kind of behavior and Cindy resigns and decides to refer the matter to the CCMA, that the company will be faced with a constructive dismissal case?
What is constructive dismissal?
If this is a pure case of sexual harassment, the Labour Court or the CCMA will view Mark's attitude towards Cindy's rejection as extreme, making her working environment very unpleasant.
Yes, according to my knowledge, she wants to resign.
If she does resign and declares a dispute, then Mark's way of dealing with Cindy is a clear case of constructive dismissal.
Allegations of sexual harassment will be dealt with seriously, sensitively, and confidentially. Employees like Cindy will be protected by management against victimization, and we now need to assist her to lodge a grievance so that we can prevent a case of constructive dismissal.
Can't we try to resolve the problem in an informal way?
It's been tried, it didn't work. She now needs to lodge a complaint so that the chairperson can rule that there must be a full investigation, and then there will be disciplinary action.
But how can we deal effectively with this situation?
Well, care should be taken during the investigation that Cindy is not disadvantaged, but also that Mark's position is not prejudiced, should the grievance be found to be unwarranted.
I'll ensure confidentiality in this case.
Thanks, Jane. Continued sexual harassment after warnings or serious incidents are dismissible offences.
It's important that the company's policy must be fair in order to form a just disciplinary code.
But the disciplinary code should also be like a diet, in order to correct, not to punish.